It's time to go balls deep.
The EA Sports College Football Headquarters Podcast.
Everybody, thank you guys for listening to Balls Deep, for downloading this podcast, and that is only the beginning of your obligations because you still have to click that like button, that subscribe button, share it with your friends, things like that. Help us out here on Balls Deep.
Rate the podcast.
Oh, yeah, rate it too.
Give it that 5-star rating that we deserve.
Oh, dude, we do. And you know, who knows? The people who know the best what we deserve are our sponsors.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
let's get right to today's sponsor.
Yeah, for just the tip.
For just the tip. That's
okay,
right.
Yeah.
Today's sponsor for just the tip
I love
is
playing just
Jelly's.
the tip.
Dude, who doesn't love playing just the tip?
Yeah.
It's Jelly's Snot Knockin' Barbecue, home of the pregame victory dessert. 17 locations nationwide.
So good.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so now it's time for the tip.
Okay,
All
what
right,
do you got?
I got another mailman tip for you guys. You know,
I do like your mailman.
yeah, so Anthony, when you're mailing out those stickers to people, like the He Held On stickers, you put the stamp on it and you mail it out. How long does it take to get like across the country?
Dude, sometimes 7 or 8 days.
Yeah, it's not okay. That's too long. And
I think it's because they still do it by Pony Express. Is that correct?
Dude, I wish we had horses. We're down to fucking burros.
Oh, God, that's so bad.
Cost-cutting features. But dude,
save money.
But
The
that's
Doge.
still better than the actual mail truck that we drive. Dude, my mail truck was built in 1988.
Okay.
And it's based on the Chevy S10, and it has the Iron Duke engine in it that does like 90-something horsepower.
Nice.
And still, with that tiny little engine, we get like 8 miles to the gallon.
That's not good.
Dude, these trucks are shit boxes.
Yeah. Oh, really? Which is the truck you're driving now.
The regular old mail
isn't
truck.
the same truck you actually shit in, right? It's not like you've had this truck for.
You know what, dude? It is.
Yeah, this is the truck.
Literally a shit box.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So go on. So
anyway, a postal tip. Imagine if there was something important in that envelope, like a check or something. You know, what if you were sending in your check to pay off your mortgage and it was for $30,000 or something like that? The post office offers these services. Like if that sticker gets lost in the mail and it never shows up or it gets misdelivered, oh well, tough shit. It's gone forever. But if you pay an extra like $5, you can get what's called certified mail.
Okay.
And for only $5, it gets a tracking number and it gets signed for at the end of the line so that you know for a fact it got delivered.
Okay.
So look, you're just sending out a sticker. Who cares?
Sure.
But if you're sending out something that's actually important, get that certified mail so that you know it got delivered and it can't just disappear, or at least in theory, it can't just disappear.
All right.
But I'm gonna go you one step further.
Holy shit.
Oh, wait for this.
Okay.
Imagine if you were sending something incredibly valuable that can't get lost. That like if this, like you're sending in, I don't know, like your grandmother's ashes. You're mailing those out or something like that it's irreplaceable. There's a service above that called registered mail.
Okay.
And with registered mail, every single step of the process on its way from here to
wherever,
to North Carolina, whatever. Yeah. Every person who comes in contact has to sign for it, inventory it, and then it goes on to the next step.
So it's got a chain of custody.
So it has a chain of custody. That's exactly right. And everybody is accountable for it when it's in their custody. And so that shit never gets lost.
Fuck no.
That stuff is like, and it costs more.
Yeah.
But dude, if you have something that you absolutely, we can't take a chance with this. It'll cost you like $15 registered mail. Dude, that's where it's at.
So if somebody pays for registered mail, do you stuff it in your asshole like in Pulp Fiction? You hide it up there so that those dinks don't get it?
This expensive watch from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And when I got it, I kept that uncomfortable hunk of metal shoved up my ass.
And now I'm giving it to you.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah,
dude, that is an amazing tip.
That's
all right.
tip,
so,
dude.
Al,
Yeah.
guess what I got for you?
Is it fuck.
It's okay. You can
improv
give
skills.
up. No,
Yeah.
dude, we have got a guest today.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was ice cream.
No, it's not ice cream. Maybe after.
Okay.
I can take it. But
all right.
we have a guest
You heard
today.
him. He said maybe.
He's coming all the way from Niagara Falls, New York, which is where you can smuggle people across the border into Canada now.
Right, into Canada.
Yeah, into Canada.
Right, we're
now,
going the other way.
Right? Yeah, you can smuggle people across the border into Canada. We have Shaun Bassett. He is from our headquarters page. This is him. And we're going to talk to him, and we're going to see what's up with Shaun. What's up, Shaun?
Oh, not much. I'm the most boring person alive on a radio show.
Oh, that's what we were hoping.
Yeah.
That's the way to
Yeah.
sell it to the guests
I
or
know,
sell it to
man.
the
Nothing
listeners.
gets our
That's what radio
listeners fired
needs,
up,
man.
you know.
But dude,
That's what it needs.
Yeah, so we're gonna make it interesting right off the bat because you said you're from Niagara Falls. So my wife is from Tonawanda, New York, which is just down the street
That's
there.
fucking weird, man.
Yeah, and then
It's a small. It really is a small world when you think about when shit like that goes down. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm literally 5 minutes from Tonawanda.
There you go. And when she went to college at Buffalo State, she lived in like a shitty little apartment in Niagara Falls. And so, is it still a shithole? It was back then, at least in her neighborhood.
It's still a shithole, man. It is still a shithole. You know, back in the 50s, in the 1950s, it was booming, man. It was like
in the industrial time, yeah.
Yeah, man, you had your Little Italy and all that stuff, and it was just crazy, and it just fell apart after all that shit went out of style or whatever.
Right.
I don't know what the hell
Well,
happened.
when the factories closed down, it's a blue collar town, and that's that. Yeah, there was a place that she took me where I went back like to visit her family after we started courting, and she took me to this college bar area. I think it was called Allentown. Is that right?
Allentown, yeah.
Dude.
It is now referred to as Josh Allentown.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, look at that. We've officially broached the subject of football.
So hey, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you, Shaun. So since you live in Niagara Falls, have you lived there like your whole life?
Yep.
Okay. Do you
I moved down to Florida for a few years, but yeah, grew up here and all that.
Okay. Do you ever like make makeshift boats, tie like an action figure to them, and then send them over the falls just to see what'll happen?
It's a good idea.
Dude, I don't even go down to the falls.
I would do that like at least once a week.
Dude, but he makes a good point.
I haven't been down there in probably 10 years, minimum 10
really?
years.
It's like the Las Vegas Strip, dude. You just don't go.
Anthony and I live in Las Vegas, and we don't go down to the Strip unless somebody, like we have family in town and they want to go. And
there's a reason.
Otherwise, it's normal to you, man. It's like your backyard. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you had... Go ahead. Finish.
Go ahead. I feel bad for the people that come here on vacation because, I mean, they come here, they look at the water going off a cliff, and then they got nothing to do for the rest of the week. It's a fucking waste of money, man.
That's true.
That's literally all there is here.
Well, so I've been back a few times. So I used to go back before I met my wife. I'm a lifelong Buffalo Bills fan. And
my man.
Hell yeah. And before I met my wife, I would go back to Buffalo like as late in the winter as I could to get that full-on experience and like go to a Bills game and get snowed on and watch the Bills lose because
what's
very
the
recently.
Last one you were at?
The last one I was at was probably
against
game against
Miami,
the,
right?
No, that was earlier. I think it was against the Cleveland Browns when both teams were terrible and the Bills wound up pulling out a victory.
Was that like a 9-3? It was like a 9-3
Yeah,
game?
something like that. And it snowed so hard that like the snow was piling up on top of my jacket.
That's awesome.
It turned me into a snowman. Dude, it was the full experience. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Experience, dude.
Yes.
There's nothing better than Bills fans. I've been to Ohio State, I've been to Penn State, and those atmospheres are great, but Bills Mafia is just fucking crazy, man.
Hell yeah.
Dude, okay, I got a couple of burning questions now, dude. We're rolling.
Okay, questions for Shaun.
Yes, for Shaun in particular. So, Shaun, okay, so this is still on the falls. Let's say, hypothetically, you had a wife or a girlfriend that you didn't want around anymore. How often do they just fall into the falls and, bad things happen and it's just like, well, she fell in and then, they're just gone. Is that something that kind of regularly happens up there that people just fall in? No?
No.
Even way down the river, you don't tie something to them just heavy enough and send them off the falls. Oh man, she fell in. No.
No, it happens, man. Actually, somebody went over just a few months back, but it's rare. It's very rare.
Okay, so I can. That's not a good way to do it.
It may be the type of thing where like they don't publicize it.
Sure.
Because like here at
people
our casinos,
jump out of the casinos. Yeah.
And at the Hoover Dam, people kill themselves all the time at the Hoover Dam.
Never hear about it,
but you don't hear about it, right? Because it's bad pub.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah, like dude, at Luxor. So Anthony and I both used to work at Luxor Hotel, and it's the big pyramid. And inside, it's all open. Yeah. And so it goes up like 30 stories.
Sure. 32.
And it's just, there you go. 32 stories. And it's open on the inside. And so it's fairly regular that someone will jump out of their room and just land on the casino floor.
Yeah, or actually, it's like the mezzanine floor.
Yeah, the mezzanine floor. Yeah.
Man, I just.
You know what they do though?
Crazy,
they just
dude.
They just cut that piece of carpet away and put down a new one. Dude, within like 2 hours, it's gone.
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's reasons in Vegas why people jump to their deaths because they just lost $38,000 on roulette.
Sure, yeah.
Because somehow black never came up. Yeah.
They didn't listen to Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Or they did.
Well, they did. Yeah, always bet on black. And that's it.
Okay,
man.
so let's get back to
question.
the reason why we're here. Okay, so Shaun.
For hot Niagara Falls talk.
Yeah, hot.
That's why I'm here.
Okay, well, did you want me to go away? You guys could just talk?
Yeah, I want to talk about Salem's hot dogs.
Okay, so what? Anyway,
dude.
Okay, go
right,
ahead. Go for it, man.
To me, they're not that great. I think people like Salem's hot dog. Shaun, what's your take on Salem's hot dogs?
I'm not crazy about them at all.
See, people who leave Buffalo, we got the best hot dogs in the world. Dude, they're just hot dogs.
No, they got
There's nothing
wings.
special about
They're just
it.
hot dogs.
Yeah, the wings are good.
Yeah.
Right, and I've
Is
eaten.
there a best?
Yeah. Go ahead, Shaun. You're the
Is
ambassador
there a
here.
best hot dog? Really?
I mean, like the Hebrew National's a pretty good hot dog.
Sabret. It's the best.
Sabret, I never even heard of.
I like the Ballpark. Those are good.
Ain't nothing wrong with ballpark hot dog. Dude,
I
even like
not
bar
much
ass
of a
hot
dog
dogs.
connoisseur, to be honest. If
They're
you want
just
to talk
lips and
about pizza or
assholes.
wings and shit like that.
Dude, my co-host here, Anthony, this guy loves wieners.
Yeah, you damn right.
Yeah. Get a wiener in this guy's mouth and his eyes roll back.
Fucking heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, but the wings, man. Yeah, the wings are where it's at. Anchor Bar wings really are exceptional.
Oh, yeah, Anchor Bar.
And
Anchor
there's
Bar,
another place called Duff's. That's where my wife always liked to get her wings. And those are good too.
I used to go there because it's probably about 20 minutes from here. But when I was a kid, my neighbors, I pretty much grew up at my neighbor's house. They would take me there with them anytime they went Duff's. We used to love going there. It's like memories for me.
Yeah, dude.
That place.
And that's a lot of what people, I think, that this place where I grew up has the best stuff. No, man, it's just because you grew up with it.
Sure,
and that was the one little 6-year stretch in your life where you were halfway happy.
Yeah, and your parents really loved you.
Yeah, and so it brings you back to that time. Man.
Then you had to start paying bills.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's get to the topic.
Yeah, okay. So Shaun,
let's do it.
He's on our headquarters page. He's been there a minute, right? And he says, he's been playing this game since its inception, back when it was called Bill Walsh, which is the same time
OG
we started playing.
days.
Yeah, back when the graphics were like 8-bit and it was not the greatest, right? Or maybe it was 16-bit.
And you couldn't tackle Tyrone Wheatley.
Oh yeah, because he played
Number
for Michigan
6
at the
running
time.
back for Michigan.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
so Shaun, tell us about when you started playing, kind of how you found the game, and your basic history leading up to today.
Well, I grew up like just a football family, so I mean I've been watching football my entire life, and then a guy on my bowling team when I was a kid introduced me to Madden for the Sega Genesis. So. And I was like blown away, dude. It was like the coolest thing ever.
It was
like
pretty cool. Yeah, fair enough,
whatever.
man. The Genesis was like a game changer. Not until the N64 would there be a game changer like the Genesis.
Right. The Genesis was great. So then it's not like it is now where you hear of all the games coming out and shit. You just see them at the store.
Sure, yeah. The commercials didn't exist.
Right. So I saw the Bill Walsh College. I begged my mom for it. I ended up getting it somehow. I don't remember any details about that, but I know I begged.
Hand jobs behind the dumpster.
Yeah, that's right. Do what you got to do to get that game.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to get that college football.
Hey, damn right.
But,
all right, mission accomplished. Good job. Yep.
So that it was a lot like Madden. It looked a little bit different in the field, but it was a lot like Madden. So I already knew how to play and shit, and it was just a blast. And I got it every single year up until they stopped making it.
Okay, so when they stopped making it, that was like a really dark time for a lot of people, because our favorite game just went away. I mean, like overnight, it was like, this game's not coming back. So like when that happened, what did you do? Did you continue to game? What did you do?
Well, I played 14 for about a year and a half. And I ended up selling it because, at the time, I don't know how much you want to get into this, but I was
we want to get all the way into
junkie.
it.
Yeah. So how much did you sell it for?
Oh yeah.
Fuck if I remember, man. Not what it's
$10?
worth. I'll tell you that. I took it back to GameStop probably. So
$3.
12 cents.
Yeah. Store credit. Yeah.
Okay. So you said you got into what?
Opiates.
Opiates. Yeah.
OxyContin, all that shit.
Right.
Why did you get into those? Why that particular?
I had a reconstructive surgery on my ankle, and I had gotten prescribed hydrocodone for it.
Right.
Did you injure it going through a table as part of the Bills Mafia?
Oh, that was before the going through the table.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah. Maybe he was like the first.
Anyhow.
He was the innovator. Yeah. Okay.
So so I got into that shit, and that consumed my life for about, I don't know, 10 years or whatever.
That's actually
it was hell.
Perfect timing.
It was hellish, dude.
So the whole time the game wasn't around, you decided to occupy yourself in other ways to dull the pain of the game leaving.
Well, I wouldn't. The dull the pain part is definitely accurate, but I wouldn't recommend it as finding something to do.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, maybe just try Madden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it doesn't
Call of
Duty.
Duty.
I mean,
teams,
I
but
wouldn't. I wouldn't put that shit on my worst enemy to go through that.
Right.
Okay.
So I went 10 years without playing.
Oh wow! Did you play
playing.
anything during that stretch, or were you just not playing anything?
I played Madden.
Okay.
I played Madden, NHL, FIFA.
Okay.
All right, so it goes to show you, advice to our listeners. If you have a choice, if you're hooked on opiates, and they give you a choice between methadone or Madden.
Take Madden.
No, choose methadone. He tried Madden. It didn't work for him.
Yeah, Madden was not enough.
Madden was not enough.
Dude, did I tell you that I'm on
do
methadone?
tell me. No. Oh, dude.
Did I say that?
Of course you can. Oh, there you go.
I recommend that for anybody stuck. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Unless you just got hooked, and because you can get off it if that's the case. But if you do that shit for years, you got no choice, man. You're not breaking free from that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So that it blocks the receptors or something. The methadone does.
No, that's a Suboxone.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Anything
That's
like
right.
Subutex shit.
Yep.
Methadone's pretty much an opiate itself.
Okay.
You know, but it gets me away from spending all my money.
Right.
And it gets me away from having them days where I'm dope sick because I'm broke. So
wow.
I mean, anybody that can't get away from opiates, fentanyl, whatever the hell it is, heroin, do that.
All right. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
It straightened my life out. It might have saved my life. I was in some pretty dark shit, man.
Dude,
you know.
Plus, it got you cleared up in time for college football 25.
So
exactly, man.
So like I could see, one day you're high or whatever, and then like the trailer comes across, and you're like, oh my god, it's time. You know, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
I gotta get my shit together.
I gotta get my shit together. Yeah, this is it. Right, the game's coming back. Fuck these drugs.
You're right.
That's the drug, dude.
The next time I sell my blood, I'm using it to buy an Xbox.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I got my.
Hey, what do you play on? Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm on the PS5.
Nah, that's what all the cool people play
Okay,
on. Yeah.
So when you found out
Yep.
the game was coming back, what was your reaction?
I thought it was bullshit. I thought there was somebody that made up a graphic or whatever and put it up there. I didn't believe it.
Okay, so
I didn't believe it until I saw that Twitter message that said it's back or we're back or some shit like that. I don't remember.
That was officially from EA. Yeah.
Now, were you already
right
on our page during all this? Because a lot of people joined our page like around a month or two before the trailer came out. We were hopping like 1,000 people a day were joining our page.
Well, honestly, I didn't get into the whole Facebook thing until about 2 years ago.
Okay, well, that would have been time. So how did you find our page then?
I might have probably just typed in EA
college football
CFB 25.
Yeah, and then you saw the greatest page that ever lived, and you were like, "This is
it really is." Because I joined a couple of them. The other ones are shit.
Yeah. You could anyone in particular that's really shit you want to talk about,
dude. that's credit to you guys because it's not easy to run.
Dude, that's the truth.
With that many people in it.
And to keep it non-toxic. That's the big mission that I think we've done a good job of.
Yeah, it's the hardest part.
I know you have. You guys have done a great job with it.
It's okay. So then you're on the page, and then I know somewhere along the way, I don't know how you found the podcast. It's probably just
it's
from
because
the page.
you post about it nonstop.
Well,
That's
no,
how.
I don't, dude. Very, very, very few people are even aware of it.
You told me about it.
Okay,
Oh,
I told you about it. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so and now here you are on it, and that's kind of the big thing.
Right.
Is that our members from our page? Do we want to talk to them? We want to get to know these
Absolutely.
people. And that's something you're not finding anywhere.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Right. And we have. Go ahead, Shaun.
People just start their page and then leave it at that. Then let it go. However it goes, it goes.
And it gets taken over by spammers and bots and all that.
Yeah.
Or toxic people. Not us.
Yep. No, not on my watch.
Hell yeah.
No, it's just great. It's a great group.
So tell us a little bit about what you're playing now. Like, do you play online or offline or both?
I play offline Dynasty. I play online against I got two friends that I play because I love football. I don't want to hop online and play. First off, I don't want to play 3-minute quarters.
Oh, yeah,
fuck that.
That sucks.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So what team do you use?
We use them all, dude. We use them all.
Who are you using right now?
Right now, as we speak, I'm playing my Dynasty. I'm 6-0, believe it or not, with Louisville in my first year.
Dude, Ty will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, so Jacob Crow too. I think they're both Louisville guys.
Yeah, yep.
Ty's Kentucky.
That's right. So. Yeah, Ty will be upset to hear.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I used them against my buddy because we played probably 100 games, and I loved Kentucky, dude. Especially that receiver, that Brown. Oh.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, they got some stars.
How
no doubt
often do you
about
guys play?
Well, it's up to our wives.
Yeah.
My wife's pretty cool, so I get to play maybe 3 or 4 days a week. I'll at least get a game in. But not so much for Anthony.
Yeah, maybe 2 days a week, sometimes 3 I can get a game in. It depends on if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm quiet as a mouse, like fucking Santa, and I sneak downstairs and she doesn't somehow through all her sleep hear that beep of the fucking PS starting. So.
Do you at least have one day where you got the whole day to play as much as you want?
No, neither of us do.
Not even close. Yeah,
dude. Today's a good example because this, the podcast, takes up a good share of our time. And then I have a second podcast that I do as a mailman. It's called Classes of Mail.
Nice. Hit that fucking bump.
Yeah, right. If for some reason you want to hear hot postal talk, head over to Classes of Mail.
I listen to Classes of Mail, and it's really good. And dude, I usually finish before you do.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
Hot mail talk.
So there's that, and then so that stuff just takes up a chunk of time, and then I'm dealing with all the stuff in my labor union at the post office, and that takes up a ton of time, and so I don't have the time to devote to college football that I might like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Anthony's got even less time.
Yeah.
Because you got kids.
Oh, sure.
At least I don't have a kid.
Yeah. I got kids. I got
dude,
dogs.
kids are the worst, aren't they?
I wish I could lend you time because my situation right now, I got more time than I need. Well, I'm waiting on a disability thing.
Well, I know how you can fill that time.
Yeah,
you
playing college football.
Dude,
listen to the Balls Deep podcast.
Yeah, play college football. Listen to Balls Deep.
Yeah,
dude, time spent well. So that you'll be a happy man.
I can play this shit while I'm listening too.
Yeah, you absolutely exactly could. Right. And now you'll be able to listen to yourself.
Dude, won't that be something?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Shaun Bassett. He's
when
famous.
does it air?
You're almost gonna get like a SAG card.
New episodes drop on Wednesday mornings.
Yeah, officially, for the SAG.
This one will be a couple of weeks because we've got a bunch of stuff in the can that's already recorded.
But
and we'll let you know when it comes out. We'll send you a link, and for sure, we post every episode on the Facebook page. Yeah, and so you'll see it there too.
All right. Well,
okay. So how about real football? You guys into that? Follow that closely.
Dude, we used to both coach football.
Yeah.
Anthony was a head coach. I was an offensive line coach and a defensive coordinator. I played semi-pro football. I was a center for a semi-pro football team, which, by the way, It sounds like that's supposed to be the level between college and the
it's
pros.
not, yeah.
It is not.
No,
it
it's
is
between
level
high school
Yeah.
and college.
It's between
if that.
high school
No, it's
and
like,
the Home
don't
Depot.
you get like $50 a game or some shit?
Well, dude, we did even worse than that because they told us that, if we pay you, then you'll lose your college eligibility.
Oh, God.
So, like, we'll pay you if you want, but if you
What?
still have dreams of playing in college, because it would make us like a professional athlete.
Jesus Christ. What a gig.
You
And
gotta be
so,
kidding
yeah,
me.
so A, most of us didn't get paid. And then B,
Most of you got hurt.
after a guy on our team had catastrophic injury, that's when word spread that our team didn't have health insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And so I quit the team after that.
Yeah.
My semi-pro career was
yeah.
short-lived.
So, all right. So
no.
Shaun, we're going to be going to our main sponsor for the whole show here in just a minute. Do you have anything else that you want to add real quick?
Oh boy, I could probably sit here and talk all day, but I don't have one in particular
All right,
in
well,
mind
cool.
right now.
It's okay. So, hey, we are going to get to our main sponsor, buddy, today.
Yeah,
Al,
I got something to add.
Oh, go ahead.
Dude, I know we kind of touched on it, but hey, listeners, if you want to be like Shaun and come on to the podcast, if you've got some big 10-year dark period in your life that you want to talk about,
Sure.
we want to hear about it.
Yeah,
And
or
of
a
course-
catastrophic injury.
Yeah,
I want to hear
or
about that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I'm just a normal plebeian like the rest of you guys.
Not
There you
anymore.
go.
Now
That's
you're
right.
now
Yeah,
you're
you're
a guest
fucking
on
celebrity.
on a major podcast.
Yep,
so.
that's right. So yeah, guys,
that's right.
reach out to us at reachballsdeep@gmail.com. If
Absolutely.
you want to come on, let us know what you want to talk about. We'll talk to you, do a pre-interview, and you'll be like Shaun, be on here, and we'll
That's
have a
right.
good time.
All right. So, Al, who
Be
is
like Shaun.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Who is our main sponsor today? Who paid for
It
the show?
is Clitty's, a brunch spot.
Ooh, okay.
Listeners Balls Deep should pay a visit to Clitty's.
I love Clitty's.
Our flagship location is downtown, right by the seaport. We know it can be hard to find, tucked away as it is, but if you just keep an eye out for the famed man in the boat, you'll find your way to Clitty's. Try the tuna boat special.
I love that place.
Yeah, man,
It
that's
is
good
good.
stuff.
All right, everybody. Well, today this has been another great episode, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
it
this is a banger.
It
Dude.
is, yeah, dude. This went really
This came
well.
out really well.
Yep.
All right. So for Shaun Bassett, for
Yo.
Alan Gigax, I am Anthony Scafacci, and we are out.
Hey.